Hi everybody, Vermont Survivalist here, and this video is on reasons why I like reenacting. Did a video that I don't like, reasons why I don't like it. Now I'm gonna do a video why I do like it. Well, first and foremost, it's fun. It is fun. Uh, it gives you a reason to be a grown kid. Remember back in the day when you were younger, you used to play soldier, or well, I used to play soldier a lot when I was younger. Civil War, World War II. Yeah, that's Vietnam. I used to play soldier quite a bit. This gives me a reason to do that. To be a grown kid, to run around and use tactics what regular soldiers would use. It's pretty cool. The cool factor is definitely there. Yes, it is about the history. Keeping some things alive. Yes, but the main reason why, is because it's grown playtime. It's grown up playtime. You know what I mean? And it's fun. It is quite fun. Second is the guns. The guns, man. I mean, the guns is just great. Some of the guns, and equipment that you get to use, or get to drive in, or just get to immerse yourself in, is a dream come true. It's pretty cool. One of my friends, he was in a half track. He was telling me, oh, how cool it was. He was actually in a half track. He was actually in a half track, and he actually deployed from that half track. See, it's stuff like that. This to go on these battlefields, and some battlefields, and actually fight on these battlefields that the real battle happened. It's a very cool thing. You know what I mean? You're not just spectating, because most people spend their life just spectating. You watch TV and you're just spectating stuff. This, you actually get to be a part of it. So that is very, 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 very cool. Another thing is, again, the equipment. You actually get to use this equipment. You get to know how it's used. You get to know how it works. You get to get inside that equipment. You get to get in the mindset of what what some of the guys might have been going through, might have been thinking. Granted, you'll never actually know what the soldiers of that era went through. I don't care how many books you read, and I don't care how many interviews you have. You just can't get an exact copy of what they went through. So, but you get a small taste of it. I mean, just a little taste of that misery, and it's pretty cool. I have to say, it's pretty cool. It's great. It's great when you're just visiting. You know what I mean? To actually live in it. Like especially Civil War. To actually live in that, I think it's questionable. You know what I mean? I guess if I was in that era, that would be the way of the land. But coming from this era, and then going in there, oh man, it'd be terrible. It would be absolutely terrible. I mean, I would adapt quick, but it would suck. So next is the people that I meet. Some people that I meet. I have like long lasting friendships now due to reenacting, more so in civilian life. Civilian, it's hit or miss. Unless it's about Facebook, unless it's about the latest fashion, or it's just stuff I'm just not interested in. And then you go into reenacting, and these guys are actually, they love military history, and that's something very, very cool. We definitely, like me, Corey, Wood, Izzy, Sniper Bait, we all get together, and it's pretty cool, the conversations that we get into. And we go to the ranges together. We're planning on camping trips together. So it really does build a solid friendship because you're with like-minded people. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. Like you're not. Oh, you hear about the latest Facebook? You would hardly ever hear anybody talk about modern day technologies. Like when we go out to the shooting range, we don't even like shooting modern guns. We go out and it's like a no brainer. If somebody doesn't bring a black powder, then we're probably gonna ridicule, that person. Generally, if we bring one modern, we're bringing three black powders with us. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty gnarly, really. And again, it's I think trust. When you start working with these people, especially the guys that you work with in reenacting, when you start working, there has to be some sort of trust in there because you that bond you don't want to destroy that bond, so you have to have a lot of trust into somebody because one, you're firing these weapons and don't get me wrong, these things, the muskets that you see are fully functional muskets. They're not toys, they're not movie props. These things are fully functional. So when reenactors and when we start pucking at each other, it's you have to have some sort of trust there. There's definitely got to be some sort of trust, and those that reenact, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It's it's hard to explain. I can't really put a finger on it, but it is very hard to explain. But also, it's like reenactors. Well, especially from the crew that I'm with, we always help each other out. I mean, it's just we have a I can't say carefree, you know what I mean? Because we do care, but I can honestly sit there and say that if one was to falter in one area, the rest of the group will fall in on that person, and really help out, and that is awesome. The camaraderie is definitely there. Like we'll help each other out trying to find equipment. We'll help each other out. Just even the smallest matter. We try to help each other out. So that's pretty cool. And I can't tell you how important it is for that connection because you have that like-minded connection where where we'll go to the shooting range and it's like we all want to do the same thing. You know what I mean? And we're trying to taste that realism, but at the same time we do like the modern age. So we it's that like-mindedness. I just can't explain it. The love of history is there, but history is history. It's done. It's over with. You know what I mean? We don't dwell on it. It's we want to immerse ourselves into their history. We want to immerse ourselves into the history, into our history. This dictates who we are even as a country, like where part of my family came from, and even part of your family came from, So it's a nice way to explore that struggle, you know, and you're doing it with a bunch of smiling faces, you know. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot deeper than it's really deep. I mean, why I do reenacting, and it's not really for myself at this point. Before it was curiosity. Before it was me, 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 me. And now, what it turned into is it turned into, the crew that I'm with. You know what I mean? We try to go and reenactments all together. We try to do stuff together. It's very, very cool. Like we're trying to all experience it. It's like we're all trying to search for something, but we don't want to leave, you know, our friends behind because it just might be a good time. You know what I mean? it's just, I can't see. I can't really put it in words. I just don't know how else to explain it. Yes, you know, keeping history alive is very important, and learning the mistakes of our history and fully learning those mistakes is very, very important. But, but it's in the past, and I think for us to explore, the individual should definitely explore. If you have questions, the stuff that just bothers you. Like when I was younger, I had a huge embarrassment thing about slavery. I was so embarrassed by it. I was like, how could a group of people just, willingly go into bondage? And then after you look at it, and after you see what it is, and you realize that they weren't weak. They weren't, you know, my ancestors definitely wasn't weak. And then you start looking at some of the other histories behind it. One of my friends, he's gay, and you know, he explores that avenue, and then you start seeing that struggle, and then you realize slowly that you're not alone. You're not alone. There was a lot of fucked up shit that happened in history, and 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 it's a learning lesson. You learn to embrace it. And you learn how lucky you really are. So there we go. That's a few reasons why I like reenacting as a reenactor. Um, I so much I definitely would encourage people trying to explore something about themselves to definitely go into reenacting. Learn about your history. Learn about your history. You know what I mean? And this is not can't dwell in the past. You can't live in the past. You know what I mean? But you can definitely explore it. You can definitely get a taste of it, and you can definitely beat around the bush a little bit. And it really, when you, it's sobering, how I should say, some of that history. It's really sobering, and it's really humbling. You start realizing, the stuff that you have right now is because of this action or this, and you embrace, the luxuries that you have a little bit better. So, anyways, that's just my thing on why I like reenacting. I hope it makes sense. I don't know if anybody, it's just hard for me to even, you know, regurgitate this stuff to you. So, it's it's definitely more than just a love for history. Definitely. So, anyways, this is Vermont Survivalist. As always, good to go.